Sellers are facing a hard truth at today's market. What exactly does that mean on today's Real Talk? Today, we have the wonderful David Balzan from the team, listing agent. Thanks for coming on, David.
Thanks, Peter.
So, David, I wanted to talk to you today about what's happening in the market. Now, we did this not too long ago, but things have been changing so rapidly. So I'm going to start with this. What are you seeing in terms of selling your house right now? What are people looking at?
Yeah, it's really interesting right now, Peter, because in September, we had actually the slowest sales September since 2010. Whereas on the flip side of that, we have the most listings in the month of September since we've had in 2012. It's actually up 12% from last year. So there's a lot of inventory out there. And unfortunately, the buyers are sitting on the sidelines, most likely waiting to see what's happening with interest rates.
Exactly. And normally what we see almost every single year without fail, from about September until about the end of December, early January, that inventory goes down, 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 down. So that's not happening this year. It's just continuing up and up, which is a little bit spooky. So what does that mean for all these people that are saying, I'm going to wait for the spring market. I'm going to list my house when the pool's open. I'm going to go in, May, June. What would you be saying to those sellers?
We're telling our sellers the sooner the better to get your home on the market. In the springtime, if you wait till May, you've missed the market. Prices, it's a typical traditional supply and demand. The more supply, typically, the lower the prices are. So if you're waiting till then, you've missed it. You need to be on the market now. Worst case, in my opinion, is January, February. You need to be market ready. So it's time to start really thinking about that. And building on that, though, you have to get aggressive. You can't sit back and hope for that miracle offer to come through.
Yes.
That you're going to get rich off of. People need to really be cognizant and aware, especially if they've been in their home for a long time.
Yeah.
There's numbers floating around in the media, and I think that's what's stuck in people's minds.
Good point.
If you paid $100,000 for your house and you can sell it for $1 million now, why are you going to hold out, sit on the market for a month, or 2 or 3 or 4 for 1.1?
Exactly.
That's not what your house is worth.
There's not that same luck that there was in the market that we might get 1.1. What's going to end up happening is your neighbor's going to sell for $980,000, and then you're going to end up producing to $950,000. Like, that's what we're seeing. Just as fast as the prices went up and up and up in 2017 and in 2020 and in those hot years, they're going down just as fast as what we're seeing. And with this inventory going up, I don't really see an end in sight.
No, you have to get aggressive. And it's really important to work with a realtor, perhaps one from the Wolcott team, who are knowledgeable and understand the data, because the data never lies. And you have to use that data to your advantage to understand where the market is going. But when it comes to pricing, where it is today, not where you wish it was or where you hope it is.
Exactly. Oftentimes we're meeting with the seller at the start of the month, and they're ready to go to market in the second or third week of the month, and that price has changed.
Things change
in those 3 weeks. So we no longer can really commit to a list price that we're going to be going to the market at a few weeks later.
Exactly.
So all this being said, today is the morning of October 25th. There is an interest rate announcement. By the time this airs, you guys will all know what has happened. We're going to take a guess. David, where do you see things going? Is it going up? Is it going down? Or
I think they're going to get smart and hold flat, Peter.
I think you're right. I think there's way too much collateral damage if they raise them up. And I don't think it's quite the right time to start bringing them down yet. No. It'd be really nice, don't get me wrong.
We want it to happen, but it's a little premature yet.
Yeah, exactly. And just one more thing, because the 90s are very similar, I feel like. What happened with the crash in the beginning of the 90s, and then a bit of a drop through the middle of the 90s, and then a stagnation, and then kind of a rebound that didn't happen for almost 10 years. Do you think we're in for kind of the same ride as that?
I hope not. I think since the 90s, we've gotten smarter in our industry, but also so have the feds and the bankers and regulations. It's going to take a little while to come back to a normal market. But I don't think it's going to take that long.
Yeah, beautiful.
We hope.
Okay, well, love having you on. Thanks for all of your
Thanks for having me.
insights. Okay, we'll see you next time.
Thanks.